Tomorrow is the day. Tomorrow is when Tesla's going to release their Q1 delivery numbers and production numbers, followed by their energy numbers. Now, I'm more excited about their energy numbers, and I do have an estimate on that as well, but all analysts are going to be eyeing the delivery number, and they're all predicting for Tesla to hit this number, which I myself and other people in the community, other investors in the community are not. They're saying no, it's going to be a miss. And I'm afraid it's going to be a miss. But we already knew this. We already knew that Q1 is going to be garbage based on, they had to change the line from the old Model Y to the new Model Y. And that's going to take some time, right? And that's the best-selling car in the world. It's going to happen again this year as well. But Q2, Q3, Q4, and onwards, I think it's going to be pretty delicious, especially in Q2. So in this video, I'm going to go through what I think the numbers are and what everybody's numbers are. And at the end, I'm going to tell you guys why it doesn't even matter. This Q1 delivery number doesn't even matter. We're not going to go look at earnings. I'll go look over that tomorrow when I go live. You guys can click here and hit the notification bell. I am going to go live for this delivery report and energy report. So it's going to be a wild time. So I invite all y'all to come there. But again, earnings is not going to be good. It's going to be garbage. I'm estimating to be around 32, 33 cents. EPS non-GAAP, so with GAAP, it's like 28 cents. It's going to be garbage. But it's not going to matter because we already knew that Q1 is going to be garbage. What's more important is going to be the earnings call tomorrow. Even if they hit this number, it's still going to be garbage. So the earnings call, not tomorrow, third week of this month, April 8th, 17th, 18th, we'll get the numbers tomorrow. We'll get when they're going to do earnings call and earnings report tomorrow. So make sure you guys come in. So let's get down to this video. Smash that like button if you haven't already and hit subscribe. So my numbers is 350,555. It's like what? 20,000, 27,000 less than the actual analyst consensus. And here's the math. Here's how I did it. You guys can see Shanghai for January and February. These are actual delivery numbers that's already been reported. But I'm expecting around 65,000 production in March. And Fremont is slowly ramping up as well because of the Model Y. Same thing with for the rest of the factories in Berlin and Texas. Total production excluding January and February is around 263,000. If we add them in together, I think it would be in the mid, maybe a little less than 350,000 vehicles being produced. But in Q4, we did have some stock as well. So I think this quarter, we may see more delivery numbers than production numbers. Tesla has done this before, and the skeptics go like,
oh, this is fraud because how can they sell more than they can produce?
And they fail to realize that this is stock from the previous quarter. This is production and delivery numbers for these 3 months. Does not include the previous months either, right? So that's kind of common sense, but some of these haters and bears and shorts, they don't think like that. Nonetheless, I'm saying 98% delivery rate will give this much. Slap on the already delivered numbers for January and February for Shanghai. We get a little over of my estimate of 350,555. That's because I did increase it a little bit because, wow, Shanghai this week, 21,000 vehicles insured was absolutely a sheesh moment. Nonetheless, I'm still sticking to it, my old estimate of 350,555. Now, let's see what the whole community is saying. So, analyst consensus, you guys can see everyone is below the consensus. The closest one is Futuraza from Brian. Shout out to him and everybody here in this list saying 370, 420. That's quite funny. James Stevenson also saying 365, 420. Gary Black saying 361,000. Grok himself is saying 357,000. Troy, he's saying 355,000. I'm right below him at 350, 555. James Cat, who is always on point and has been winning for the past quarters. Big shout out to him. 350, right on 350. And Gabriel is here saying, or Virus, he goes by the name of Virus, just below 350,000. Looks like everyone is predicting a miss, meaning it'll likely be a beat. But who knows? According to the Calcio website, it looks like people are betting for the deliveries to be around 353,000 vehicles, around $700,000 being bet on this, which is just insane. So it looks like the market is expecting the 350s, 360s around there. Anything more than that is quite bullish. Even if it hits this or even just below this, it's quite bullish because they are ramping right now. And anything below like 340, I would say, is pretty bad. But nonetheless, even if it hits 340, 380, 400. This quarter is not going to be the greatest because, again, they're not going to benefit from economy of scale, so margins are going to be low. And they did a lot of promotions, a lot of promotional activities to get the old Model Y out of stock, out of inventory, in order for the new one to come in and replace it. So margins are going to be very bad in Q1. Earnings are going to be bad. We'll go over that tomorrow. But that's deliveries. So deliveries are going to be bad. It's going to be a miss. Even if it's going to be a miss, it's not going to be, it's not going to be a good quarter. Energy, though, I'm thinking energy could be around 12 gigawatt hours. Some are saying 16 gigawatt hours. And if it's up that high, then this could actually help us and save us. But there is a silver lining here that can actually bring earnings even higher. I'll go over that tomorrow. But that has to do with FSD. FSD that just entered China this quarter. I don't know what the take rate is, but if it's as low as 5%, that could be as high as $500 million just in profits, which will bring up the margins and the EPS, everything. And we'll go over that tomorrow once we get the actual delivery numbers and we can put it in the spreadsheet. But here's the thing, guys. It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. Why? Because we've got robo-taxi coming literally 2 months from now. We've got affordable models coming in 2 months from now. Forget the affordable models. Forget the vehicles. The FSD that got launched in China. Again, let's see what the take rate is. But as I mentioned before, if it's as low as 5%, that's $500 million just in profits. Now, if you ask me, this doesn't really matter in the long term. Yes, Tesla, they are going to be delivering a huge amount of delivery numbers, delivery cars, whatever, right? I think end of this year, they may be delivering somewhere between 2 million plus the affordable models, maybe the Cybercab. I know they said mass production next year, but we'll see about that, right? It's not going to matter when you have energy ramping up, when you got unsupervised FSD happening in June and happening across many cities. Don't forget FSD China. Don't forget FSD Europe. When that becomes online, that's going to be flippant massive. And don't forget energy. Here's the thing. I don't think the stock's going to move up or high with delivery numbers or even earning numbers because there's so many things that are being factored into Tesla that if they get delayed, the stock will have more of an impact. Again, everybody knows that Q1 earnings and delivery numbers are going to be garbage. It's going to be bad. We all know this. But why is Tesla valued over $700 billion when they're reporting bad numbers? Well, that's because the other industries are about to enter. The robotaxis, energy is growing, affordable models. This one is big for analysts, even though I don't really much care about that. I care more about the FSC and robotics because that has 80% margin plus, and that's what everyone is waiting. Mainly the analysts are waiting for the earnings call to see what's going on with the affordable models, because that's what they care a lot about, and the unsupervised FSD. Recently, in the past 2-3 days, we've heard Elon Musk say that the unsupervised FSD is still on track for June. So that's not on par, but on track. Affordable models seems to be the only thing that the analysts are waiting. If Elon comes out in 2-3 weeks time and says that, yeah, we'll be launching it sometime in June and producing it and delivering it in July and August, that's, the stock I don't think it'll even crash. It'll just stay stagnant or it'll start to go up because that's what's going to be priced in. And especially when robotaxis start to actually happen, analysts have to add this to their spreadsheet. And once they actually show numbers and Elon and the Tesla team comes out with the guidance saying that, yeah, we're going to be growing in many cities. We'll be growing 20-30% every single year. Well, guess what? That needs to be added in Tesla's valuation. What do you think is going to happen to the stock and valuation when that happens? Not financial advice, but that's all I'm going to say. And that's why it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. The Q1 delivery numbers and earnings doesn't matter. No one's going to care about Q1 of 2025 earnings and deliveries in Q1 of 2026 or Q1 of 2027 of Q1 of 2028. Long-term investors are not going to care about this. If you're a short-term investor and a trader, sure, you're going to care a lot about this because you're going to, you buy and sell very frequently. But as a long-term investor, you're probably holding this for the next 5 to 10 years. So this doesn't flipping matter. Anyways, I'll be going live tomorrow. So you'll witness my reaction on the Q1 delivery numbers and the energy numbers. And I'll also make a video after that going over what the earnings would potentially be. So don't miss that video. It's right here. Make sure you guys hit the notification bell. So once I go live, you guys are ready to view it. Make sure you guys hit subscribe, get your About the Dip t-shirt, and let's have some fun tomorrow. See ya.